Hello, hello, hello. It's Thursday. I'm Normal Mar, and I'm a person pretending to be a possum on the internet. We started this game last week. Got through milk inside of a bag of Milka. That was pretty short. Now we're doing the sequel, milk outside of a bag of milk, which is longer. And we're helping heroine sort her thoughts before she go to bed. She is talking to herself, i.e. the voice in her head, i.e. us, i.e. herself. Let me double check something. Last time I noticed that yeah. Oh. Okay. That's weird. In the first game, it looked like it was kind of dark, and this time when I tried to do the color correction, it kind of looked too saturated. Alright, so we are doing a point-and-click game where we're looking for the fireflies that represent our thoughts. Sleeping bag. This is my sleeping bag. It's soft and warm. I'm sure that no living creature would be able to resist the temptation to spend a minute or two inside. They'd want to dig deep into it with a couple of favorite items, close their eyes, and then... Hey, did you fall asleep? Huh? I gently slapped my cheeks to return myself to my senses. It's already way past midnight. Usually I'd be sleeping like a log at this time, but right now I can't. Hold on a minute. Nope. Let me see if I can kind of get this looking a little bit right. No, that's too dark. I'm trying to have the saturation match, but... Alright. We'll play it by ear. Let's continue searching. Hey, maybe we'll find something inside? Nah, my thoughts don't have a feature of putting to sleep. Quite the contrary, they always cause insomnia, just like tonight. What? I said searching here is meaningless. Alright. This is my sketchbook. Half of its pages are blank, which means it'll still be good for a couple of years. You draw that rarely? Why? Oh, I know that feeling. My sketchbook. Isn't that obvious? If I run out of pages, I'll have to buy a new sketchbook. I can't get to the stationery store on foot. I'll have to take the bus. Do you even realize what kind of nightmare that can turn into? Oh, man. Maybe you can ask your mom to buy you one? Buy what? Ask whom? Can you even form coherent sentences? Don't play dumb. Ask your mom to buy you a notebook instead. Instead? So you want me to perform a string of actions, but you're also telling me to do one instead of another? Then how would I decide which action to take? You're so dyslexic. Man, you're a tough case. Man, I'm gonna just do this. Hold on. Whoop! Don't do that. You lack empathy. Is that my fault? I get closer to the sketchbook, stepping over the wires, the sleeping bag, the cracks in the laminate, and the window's reflection. The sketchbook is lying on the stool. From my height, it seems that the stool is missing 2 legs. I squat and look again. All the legs are in place. Will I be able to think of an interesting allegory? Let's not go there, okay? I stand up and study the sketchbook from inches away. Its pages are pure white. The last drawing is buried on the previous page, the way it should be. Too bad, I'd love to see it. Maybe next time. A sudden gust of chilly wind breaks into the room and makes the pages rustle. Oh no! I shut my eyes. A distinctive sound of pages turning echoes with a headache in my head. I know what's going to happen. The rustling has stopped, even though the wind is still howling from every direction. It can only mean one thing. The notebook is open on the first page. If I wait a little longer, the wind will close it. I won't have to look. If I wait a little longer. If I wait. Open your eyes. No! It's okay, just do it. No way, I know you're lying. Calm down. No! Calm down. Fine. I open my eyes with utmost caution. The notebook is still open in the middle. No drawings, nothing. The pages are still pure white. Did I imagine it? I don't know, did you? You're the smart one here, you tell me. Next time, don't close your eyes. What did you... I couldn't finish speaking because the pages started moving again. Don't close your eyes. Don't make me do it, I'm scared. Trust me. The rustling grows louder. The pages lift up. I can almost see the outlines of drawings on previous pages. No way, everything that is in the past should stay in the past. You couldn't convince me. That's it, I'm closing my eyes. Look there! A barely visible light seeps through the pages. With every new gust, it becomes brighter and brighter. A firefly! The wind immediately stops. For a moment, the world sinks into perfect silence, but only for a moment. The buzz that has always been haunting me fills the surroundings, but it doesn't matter now. Goodness gracious, little boy, you made me so scared. The firefly blinks, flies up in, and enters my ear, buzzing loudly all the way. It spent some time looking for the perfect spot in my head, but then its buzzing dies down. Whew. Are you okay? We're running short on time, so let's continue searching. I look down. My school bag, worn down and silly, is almost screaming of its own uselessness. From another angle, it looks like a full belly. Its contents are also regurgitating, decomposing, and turning into a sticky, mushy substance. What a cool image. I need to remember this. Totally not cool. Tell me what's inside your bag instead. Nothing special, mostly just all sorts of books. I've taken out all the pens and notebooks out of there, and I'm not interested in anything else. You used to go to school, didn't you? Yeah, I did. I had a blast all the way. Are you sure you understood my question? Do you think everything in my life should be doom and gloom? Well, you're wrong. All right. What did you like the most there? Well, the rooms were really bright, not like at home. That's it? Don't rush me, let me remember. Well, the beds were also soft, and the food was nice. By the way, I attended all the classes. The others always skipped. They probably got told off so hard. I smiled gently, absorbed in warm memories. You never graduated, though. Yeah. Do you remember your last day there? It was a normal day. Dad picked me up earlier than usual. He told me that I'm already too old for the school curriculum. I also realized that some time ago the tasks were way too easy. Then we got into the car and went home. Mom greeted us there. We had dinner and went to our rooms. And what happened then? I don't remember. And does it even matter? Okay. Good. I look at my bag again. Light pouring into the room through the window glints on the metal parts. And there's also a shadow underneath it, which means it's real. Sadly. Whatever, I don't care anyway. I almost end up kicking the bag in a fit of sudden anger, but I manage to stop myself in the nick of time. If I move it even an inch, the whole picture will collapse and I'll go blind. It has already happened countless times. What do you mean you'll go blind? I've spent months memorizing the location of every item in my room. That's why I can see them so clearly and vividly. You won't get it. Oh, better than me. I put stuff around in the house, and sometimes I intuitively remember where I put it, but most of the time it's just like, it's off. It's lost to the winds. Look at your feet. I look down and see that a small insect is crawling toward me from my bag. It's barely glowing and it can't even fly. I guess this fly. If you could believe your lies, that 10 million flies is really tired. I bend down to pick it up. The firefly starts glowing brightly as soon as I touch it and then flies up. There you go, boy. Good job. After doing a victory lap around the room, it flies toward me with high speed. I shut my eyes, anticipating the firefly to enter my ear. That's exactly what happens. After it gets inside, it buzzes for a little while and then goes silent. This one's kinda sad. I wonder why. It doesn't matter. What matters is that it's no longer alone. Sure, let's continue searching. I look at my laptop. I haven't touched it for years, so it's covered with a layer of dust as thick as my finger. A bizarre item. I fear it. Why? It's a long and boring story. Wonderful, tell me about it. I insist. I don't remember how it appeared in my room. One of my parents probably brought it here because they couldn't find a better place for it. They didn't prohibit me from using it. On the other hand, they encouraged me to do so. Sure, I've spent my whole days in front of the screen. Games, drawing, engineering, calculator, 3D modeling. Wow. So much fun stuff to do. You had amusing hobbies. Yeah, I did before entering the web. Imagine this. You're a hamster that lives underground. You have everything for a comfortable living. Did you imagine? As always, your analogies are spot on. Okay, I imagined it. Alright, so you're a hamster that lives underground. You have everything for comfortable living, okay? Okay, wonderful. And here's the situation. You're a hamster that lives... Okay, I got it. Do you want to talk about something else? You're a hamster that lives underground, you have everything you need for comfortable life, and then one day you discover Reddit. And your whole world explodes. Yeah. You'll end up returning to that subject anyway. Like a hamster spinning your wheel, woo! On one wonderful day, someone digs you up from your hamster house and brings you to the pet store. Now your new home is a cage. It's way more comfortable and warm compared to the underground. And the most important part, you have a lot of neighbors here. Their cages are identical to yours, and the other hamsters look identical to you too. That means you are all the same. Apart from the fact that they were born at that shop. You'll ask, what does that indicate? And I'll tell you, nothing at all. I forgot what I was talking about. Gosh. Okay, let's start over. This time try to avoid the stupid hamster analogies. You know I'm not at fault here. So, I had a lot of friends online. Tens, hundreds of them. Impossible to count. Is it impossible, though? I had exactly 317 of them. That's a lot. Although I guess nobody counts the exact number of hamsters when they walk into a pet shop. Don't get distracted. Right. From my 317 friends, 68 were into gaming, just like me. Oh, that's one number off from the good number. 130 of them liked drawing, just like me. The remaining 119 were into calculators and 3D modeling equally. And when I say equally, I don't mean 59 and half friends on each side. Alright? You can split numbers evenly, no problem, but math doesn't work like that when it comes to friends. A major conundrum, right? Get to the point. I knew, of course, that no real people exist on the... Oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. I also understood that all of my friends die the moment I turn off my laptop. The simulacrums. But I still wasn't even a bit worried. Why? Do you know what computer programs consist of? It's just a combination of numbers. Which means my friends are also numbers. Isn't that amusing? Not really. Why do you call them your friends? I mean, everyone who shares my interests is my friend, and I don't care whether they know about my existence or not. Oh, this is a very, very broad definition of friendship. Anyways, as I was saying, every program has its own algorithm and purpose, its mathematical formula. And if you solve that formula, you'll be able to predict the program's behavior at any moment. The longer you speak, the less I follow. Are you trying to predict what people are going to say based on an algorithm? You don't need to follow me around, just listen. I sit on the floor and the laptop screen ends up right in front of me. The only thing reflected in it is my dim face. A web person is just a random picture and a random string of letters. Words and actions from the web person are just executable code. Hey, let me know if you need a break. One day someone appeared. From that point on, my laptop was always on. There are no real people on the web, but he was good at pretending. At some moment, I let him trick me. Hey, look. Huh? Suddenly, a firefly slowly crawls out of the laptop's vent grill. I reach for it. It gets on top of my palm, blinking all the while. I think it's trying to say something. I can see that myself, if only I knew what. Looks like a cipher. Don't you want to crack it? I changed my mind. I have absolutely no desire to find out what it wants to say. The firefly stops glowing for a moment after that. Then it starts glowing again, as if coming back to its senses. For some time it thinks about the further course of actions, then flies up and dashes into my ear. Let's continue searching. And what about your story? You must be mad at me for interrupting you, I'm sorry. If you do everything right, I'll finish my story, maybe. Do you promise? I promise. And if you forget? Then remind me, with a code word, for example. What code word? I'll think of one later. And for now, let's keep searching for my fireflies. So we can finish searching early. That is a... It feels like the logical extreme you hear about people online. One of the shape in the window is moving, I just realized. That Rorschach blob? Or am I imagining it? Am I being Rorschach blobbed? Anyways, one of the people posit that some people online act so terrible because they don't really conceive of the other person, the people they're talking to, as human. Like, it is easy just to have, like, the faceless name to just yell at. Well, it feels kind of weird that she would... Well, I guess not. If she has, like, any kind of social anxiety, then I guess the idea that these people aren't real might be kind of a comfort. Assuming she's not actually talking about a chatbot or anything. I'm curious about these glitching milk cartons. It is not letting me get those. I look at the mound of pills and it makes me feel dizzy. I don't want to think about it. I don't. What's wrong? I've almost skipped my dose for today. How reckless, I could have died. Calm down, you already fixed that. Yes, because you ordered me to. Is that an accusation? Of course not, it was what saved me. Well, that's reasonable. I heave a deep sigh, come closer and extend my hand. Wow, it's warm. The moment those words leave my lips, one of the bottles overturns. Pills rain down from it, and along with them, a firefly. Hooray! After circling above my head a couple times, it finally lands in my palm. The firefly rushes up my arm, and upon reaching my shoulder, crawls straight into my ear. My mind becomes a bit clearer. Your usual notebook page is glued to the wall with duct tape. Numbers are drawn on them. It's the only kind of information I can take in without trouble. Dosage and side effects? Yeah. I thought you know them by heart. Yeah. This is not your handwriting, isn't it? Of course it's not. Shaky, broken lines, ugly numbers. It's not writing. It's more like claw marks. Don't forget to thank your mom. I don't need your advice. My scream makes the pages rustle restlessly. After a moment, a firefly appears from underneath one of them. After looking around in a businesslike manner, it takes off into a businesslike flight and ends up entering my businesslike ear. Hey. Let's continue searching. Right, insects enjoy pollinating the flowers and stuff like that. Yeah, I guess. I get close to the flower shelf. I sniff around. The leaves smell of dust and cardboard and death. You know those plants are long dead, right? I'm not sure a dead plant will be able to attract any insects. Well, we kinda don't have a choice here, you know. Still, you're right. Let's continue searching. Why don't you just throw them out? Weren't you listening to me at all? It's not easy to get out of here. It's not that easy. Are you serious? What's wrong? Just think about it. Why would fireflies be attracted to light? I think they're quite self-sufficient already in that regard. Well, only if they'd purposefully want to lower their self-esteem. I look up toward a very high place under my ceiling. I can hear a countless number of small legs marching inside the AC unit. Oh well. What happened? Fireflies can't be friends with cockroaches. We'd better look somewhere else. Why would cockroaches be there? Have you forgotten? You were the one who told me to think of my thoughts as cockroaches. Yes, but they became fireflies afterwards, but cockroaches don't disappear just like that. So they occupied this place. Do you understand now? I'll pretend I do. Hee hee? Tee hee hee? What's funny about that? I imagine myself being a firefly that is looking straight at a giant fan. And? I'd be so jealous. The only thing preventing it from flying is a cage it's locked in, and the cable. It's like an inmate, if you think about it. It's so sad. Yeah. Let's continue searching. What's this? Oh. What are those? Those are the photos of my best memories, but they're blank. I stared at them so intensely that I burned them with my eyes. Now they're just covering the cracks in the walls. Forget it. Are we continuing the search or what? Okay, we are. All of the compartments are locked. What if? I don't even want to think about what's inside. Who knows what I'll end up imagining? The umbrella emanates a faint sense of coolness. No wonder it's the only thing that defends me against the thunderclouds that gather under my ceiling. It's such a blessing that it can do it without my help. Still, a firefly won't hide in a place like that. It will catch a cold and be unable to fly. I'm sure we won't find anything here. I got a couple more things. I look at the alarm clock. Time continues its unstoppable flow. It's so late. Are you tired? You bet I am. I let out a theatric yawn and hold out my arms to the sides. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. Then I raise them above my head. 3, 4, shut the door. Everybody walk the dinosaur. Maybe a little workout will help me freshen up? Good idea. Do you remember the exercises you've been taught? I think so. I take a hesitant stance. What was it? Heels together, toes apart? Whatever, I'll go with that. Count down 5 minutes. Fine, you have a clock right in front of you, though. I can't look at its hands for too long. At first, I feel like they start moving in the wrong direction, and then they disappear altogether. And then things always get messy. Last time I saw a pair of eyes on the clock face. And also, I used to hear voices back in the day. They pleaded for help, I think. What a mess, truly a mess. It was a mess, right? A mess. Well, are you counting down? My God, finally. What do you mean? I was trying to get through to you for half an hour. Huh? Forget it. Do you see the firefly? No. Let's continue searching then. Jeez. Toothbrush? I turn my eyes toward an inconspicuous shelf near the mirror. There's a glass with a toothbrush hitting on it. Hey, girl. You brush teeth often here? And a small towel is hanging nearby. What a wonderful sight. My fireflies are smart and good. They would never get in there. They know about personal hygiene. They shower. let's look somewhere else then. Yo, this firefly moisturizes. I tilt my head backwards and almost fall over. The closet is hanging under the ceiling, at least 300 feet off the floor. I don't think it's that much. Are you joking? Even though it's my room, not everything here is for me to use. Whatever. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care at all. Like, totally, and I'm definitely not worried. Not even the littlest bit, not even a smidgen of the littlest bit. Not even for 1,000%. That's how much I don't care. Hey, I'm not even done telling you how much I don't care. From this moment on, I'm ignoring you. Oh, no, you don't? Then act normal. Why can't you just be normal? Hot jams of the summer. Oh god, the music's just gonna keep playing, oh no. I get close to the waste bin and look inside it with curiosity. Pill packaging, notebook pages, and other garbage. Boring. There's nothing here. Indeed, no self-respecting firefly would hide in a heap of garbage. You don't know that. Can't disagree with you here. Did it stop? The clown music stopped. Alright. I guess we're done searching. You found all the fireflies. Amazing. I guess. I've managed to gather my thoughts, but something still worries me. On the other hand, I wasn't supposed to be happy anyway. Why not? If I lose something and then find it, it's just going back to the starting point. No changes at all. A zero sum. And happiness is always about being positive, right? You shouldn't think too much. It hurts you. I want to sleep. How about you get some fresh air before sleeping? What do you mean? Well, go to the balcony, breathe in some air. Somehow those words triggered a panic attack in me. I subconsciously step away from the balcony. I don't think it's a good idea. Why? This may sound silly, but I feel like someone is watching me. I always feel like someone's watching me. That second one is so mean. That's one of the problems, like, it's true that people are so focused on themselves. So, like, it's true that, like, for an anxious person worrying, it depends on the situation. It's like, oh, don't worry, they don't actually care about you at all. Like, depending on who it is, that can be, like, just as, if not more, hurtful than thinking, like, somebody hates you. Like, it doesn't matter at all. You don't matter at all. It kinda sucks. It's a weird... There's a certain nuance to it. It's fine if, like, strangers... Yeah, that's fine. Somebody I care about, oh, you barely matter to them. Like, thanks, man. That makes me feel so much better. We found... Hello, Anarchite. We found all the fireflies. We're finding out some interesting stories about her time on the interwebs. Let's stay here. Yeah. What are you going to do? What's with this silly question? I'm going to sleep, of course. Hoping that tomorrow will only come after a year or a decade. Imagining myself to be outside of my mortal shell, but at the same time still being me. Ridiculous, like milk outside a bag of milk, and yet... Oh... If I could only exist outside of myself. If I can only escape my flesh prison. You don't have to talk out loud for me to understand that you're worried about me. I know that already. I also know that our time is running short. You won't take another pill? Of course not. In fact, I won't take it tomorrow either. And the day after tomorrow. And never ever. That's a goodbye then. No? I have one more small favor to ask. A really, really small one. What is it? I've blurted out way too much today. A lot of stuff I'd want to forget forever. I don't blame you, but was it really necessary? You'll see tomorrow. No, I wouldn't be able to sleep like this. Fine, what's the favor? I nervously scratch my wrists and bite on my lower lip. Hi, Nintendog. Beast at Madden 2. John Madden, John Madden. A-E-I-O-U. I always associate like the John Madden meme with what if there were two astronauts on the moon and they killed each other? Wouldn't that be fucked up? And I don't know why. There must be like a second thing that I forgot about that links those two together in my mind. Anyways. Made it when you were like 13. I still have an email that I used from when I was 13. So. I like those. These are charming usernames that you made when you were a kid. As long as it's not like a weird, like a slur or anything. It's like. We joke about Sephiroth420, but Sephiroth420 is actually a good username. Wait a minute, you're afraid to tell me? Yes. I'm also scared that something bad might happen if I tell you. I'm also scared that when something bad happens, something way worse will happen. Stop, I get it already. I won't leave you alone until you tell me. Bully. No, you! Nuh-uh. Go to sleep. Sleepy sheep. I crawl into my sleeping bag. The lower part of the room is very cold. I hurry to wrap myself in blankets, even though the electric heater is working hard to keep me warm. I'm sad because the dreams just won't come anymore. You won't believe me if I tell you how I dealt with it at first. Of course I'll believe you. I know, it was a joke. Well, anyway, I washed my face, brushed my teeth, lied down, and started imagining that I'm watching a dream. I didn't sleep at all, of course, and always looked sleepy in the morning. After a week of insomnia, I started feeling weird and seeing things. Letters floating in the air, strange silhouettes that appeared in the most unexpected of places. Bulging eyes with trembling pale pupils. It was scary, you know. Then one day I almost died. I just collapsed in the middle of the room and couldn't move for a while. And then silhouettes, letters, and eyes were hanging over me and hissing. It was horrible. And well-deserved, I guess? It felt like I was caught on the biggest lie in the world. It felt exactly like that. After that, I stopped. But the silhouettes, letters, and eyes stayed there. I guess they like this place. They always follow in my wake, peeping at me, and I'm kind of scared of them and can't even argue with them. But today, well, I still too scared to tell me? Of course, they're still listening, you know. Use your hands. All right. I start chaotically twirling my fingers with enthusiasm, forming complex shapes. You want me to tell you a bedtime story? Shh. And I was trying so hard here. Don't you get it? They'll hear you. Relax, nobody can hear you. So what do you say? I'd be happy to, but I have no idea how to tell them. Oh, it's incredibly easy. Just talk about something without stopping. That's actually hard. For me, it is. Talk about something without stopping. I need a lot of help to not stop. Sounds silly. But it's not. And meaningless. You don't know what you're talking about. I know enough to realize that we'll just end up wasting time. Let's focus on something actually important. Boring. Fine. Close your eyes. I wake up on a wooden bench. In front of me lies a narrow, dimly lit alley. An awfully familiar road. Where could I have seen it? Finally. What? I hear a voice coming from the side. I turn around and see a boy with a weird expression on his face. Trying to... Color correction is a little wonky on this. You're late. Who are you? The boy blinks in bewilderment. We're not going anywhere like this. Try again. Then he takes a very deep breath. You are late! I stare at him, confused. He stares back, also confused. Sorry? The boy nods, satisfied. See? Much better. Do you have a name? My name's Tresca. I give the brat an evaluating look. He's so young, yet already coming at me with questions like that. None of your business. And besides, will anyone tell me what I'm doing here? Hey, that's rude. It's not like there's somebody else here besides me. Haven't they told you anything? I know all there is to know, for one. About what? You're obligated to escort me to the store. Tresca says that and strikes a victory pose. No way I'm doing that. You do understand that refusal is futile. Well, aren't you full of yourself? I'm serious. I'm not the one who decided that. Do you think I'm delighted with your company? Man, he's weird, constantly shifting between happiness, sadness, loudness, silence. He's a wacko, and his name is stupid. Tresca, more like Trisket. Are we going or what? You can go and I need to think. I'd be happy to, but I don't know the way. Tresca puts on a cunning smile. I bite my lower lip in frustration. I'll be honest with you, I don't like you. I like the shading in this. They got the Rembrandt triangle. He simply bursts out laughing in reply. I do like you, though. Then he grabs my hand without hesitation. I don't even have time to retort. Lead the way. Let's go buy some milk. Yo, this kid wears shorts. Our trip to the store went fine, if not for the fact that Tresca was walking way faster than me. And on the other hand, at times he stopped abruptly and went backwards, studying the ground underneath his feet. Took 50 gravel steps on the gravel and 50 steps on the grass and on the asphalt. In the end, the trip took a lot longer than it should. Oh, that's probably... that's Russian, I think? I was like, Tommy. Tommy with a 2. After searching the store's doors, we are greeted by a sign. We're closing in 20 minutes. Oh, 20. Who had the bright idea to indicate their working hours in this way? They probably have special staff for this. Someone who runs to change the sign every 5 minutes. It's convenient. Oh, man. Could you imagine having that job? You're so annoying. It's much better than being boring. How old are you, by the way? None of your business. And what's your name? None of your business. I was ready to slap the living shit out of the brat, but a scary-looking man suddenly appeared behind the glass. He's holding a cardboard sign that says, "We're closing in 15 minutes, Tommy." Let's go. What are you waiting for? Huh? Oh, yeah. After another round of going across the long row of canned products, we realize that we're lost. Oh, this is the same aisle where we saw the Voido. I can't believe you don't know where they sell milk. Maybe we should ask somebody for directions? Sure. Hey, wait up. Tresca lets go of my hand and walks confidently toward one of the few store's customers. That person is standing with their back to us, studying something on the shelf. Hello, can I can't hear neither the second part of his question or the reply he gets, but my good-for-nothing friend freezes in place, looking the customer straight in the eye. I hurry toward them. Is he yours? The customer talks to me. He speaks with disgust while wearing a scornful expression. Oh, hey, look, that's me. That's my eyes. If he's yours, please get him away from me. Yes, I'm sorry. I grab Tresca's hand and lead him away. He's still looking at the customer, his mouth ajar and eyes popped. He's also shaking. Does he also have the social anxieties? Only when we turn around the corner, Tresca calms down. What was that? I got so scared, he said. What? No, not again! Suddenly, Tresca starts screaming like crazy. I cover his mouth with my hand. His face is burning. He's crying. Can you act normal? You don't understand. Of course I don't. I don't understand anything. Annoying other people is still wrong, though. This is something you don't understand, it seems. You're mean. Who, me? Tresca pushes me away and runs off. Drat. At the edge of my vision, I see the store staff hang a new sign on the door. Store staff stocks stirrups on stilts. Store staff stocks stirrups on stilts. There you are. I meet Tresca at the cash register. Before that, I managed to visit the milk department after finding out where it was. Man, government hasn't been the same since they shut down the milk department. Hey, you, move! I hear an angry voice coming from the other side of a long queue that is formed after Tresca. I squeeze through toward him. Stenography, Stegosaurus. Stupid store staff stock stirrups stenographically. Stupidly on stilts while stuttering to the stenographer. What happened? The boy doesn't respond. He just looks at his feet and sniffs. The cashier towers over him. There's a bag of milk lying between them. That looks like a box. Stone. Is he yours? Yes. You know nothing, John Stone. Start. Stop. Just leave him home next time. People in the queue not in agreement. Pay for the goods, please. It's like... Yes, of course. And the waiting fee. What? You heard me. I did, but that's unheard of. Tresca starts giggling all of a sudden. And for the fact that your son is stupid, too. But... You heard me. You know what? In a fit of rage, I throw a banknote to the cashier, of much higher value than needed, even counting in all the stupid fees, then grab a bag of milk and turn around on my heels. We're leaving, Tresca. We spend the whole trip back in silence. At some point, we end up turning right towards a gas station. There, Tresca finally breaks his silence. Do you like ice cream? No. Okay. I look at the boy's face. A light flickers in his eyes for a brief moment and then goes out. You know? He turns away from the path and walks straight towards the highway with determination. I stare at his back, confused. Oh, he's got the Monogatari tilt, the shaft head tilt. It seems like you're not helping me at all. A new playful light flickers in Tresca's eyes. The void. It's just like an old friend. Man. Oh my goodness, was that it? Man. I don't know if there are different endings for this one. I think... Yeah, they're short games, and I think they're interesting because it's obviously from the point of view of somebody with some kind of mental illness. Like, the first game is purely about the girl going to the store to get milk and like the filter over it, and I guess it's just the idea. There's a point where it just ends after she gets home and her mom tells her to go to bed, and I think it's just these weird feelings of things that are mundane or should be mundane to the average person can seem like a huge thing depending on other circumstances like mental illness, social anxiety. Man, I'm gonna be thinking about that. That feels like the kind of nightmares that I have. I feel like I don't really get like traditional nightmares anymore. I get nightmares where I'm like surrounded by people that I don't know. It's like I get put in stressful situations and generally don't have a way to cope with it or escape from it. Like, I think, yes, I think one of the nightmares that I don't even know if I would consider it a nightmare. Maybe bad dream, but it feels Oh, it's so hard to describe because it's such a a feeling of like trying to reach out to people and them not seeing you or hearing you. So I'm like having a panic attack inside the dream and nobody else like notices. I don't know does anybody else have the dream where you're running and it feels like you're like going so slow, like you're running through jello, like you can barely move? I've had that one too. Sometimes combined with the stress dream. It's weird. Man. Weightless, I don't know, like the opposite, like too much weight. Like it's not a case of like I'm weightless and I can't reach the ground. It's a case of like everything's too heavy. People chasing me or something. I think normally I'm trying to chase after somebody else and I can't reach them. Chase people or something. Yeah. The dream she had at the end mirrors her. It kind of mirrors her trip to the store in the first game. Although a lot of the negative stuff that actually happens is in her own head. Like the voice she's talking to is herself, but also kind of not herself. But then looking at the dream where people are actually explicitly being mean to the boy. I also think it's interesting that it's not her going through the thing, going through the trip and being yelled at. It's people. She's seeing it from an observer. I don't know. It's really interesting. This is cool. Do we have music? Milk! Had a fucked up dream, try not to think about that. That happens. Sometimes I'm thankful for how quickly some dreams fade after waking up. But man. Man. Yeah. Yeah, and it's weird because it's darker than the actual meme, but you know, some people will say, I've seen some people say that they get really anxious for themselves, but they have an easier time standing up for somebody else in a similar situation. So people will make the joke like, normally I'm really shy and anxious, but when it's somebody else, I'm like, excuse me, he asked for no pickles. Yeah. I don't know if it's something like that, or I don't know if it's like her negative self-talk manifesting in a different way. I don't know. The same for me either way, yeah. They're yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'm like that either. I think in some cases I've gotten better with certain social situations, so I have an easier time speaking up for myself or somebody than I would have years ago. But there are still some weird times like that. These are some interesting games. They're not... I would describe them as, like, weird And I think not very exciting, but I think that's kind of the point, is that they're just showing like mundane tasks and life through a kind of filter of a lot of other stuff that's going on. Oh, that's the void. I like this. Yeah, the being happy that situations are over. Yeah, that's true also. I feel like one of the things that helped me get over some things, not everything, was just actually going through the embarrassing situations and just realizing, oh, I'm not dead. Or people are very sympathetic and nice. Some people are much more sympathetic and nice. We never did get to hear her finish that story about the web person. And we still know, well, what's up with those glitchy milk boxes? I like this song. I'm trying to look up if there's actually, like, multiple endings or something like that. Oh, is your icon, is that Hanekawa? Okay, there are endings. Yeah, Hanekawa. Yeah. Yeah, the side-eye Hanekawa. I kinda wonder, how much time do we have? Oh, there's a little bit of time. Oh, I have a save point, right. I'm gonna try and see what we get. Gosh, I don't know why the... Nope, that's not what I was looking for. The color correction is really weird. We're looking for fly or flies, looking for fly or flies. I should be picking different options. I can't. Let's see. If you could believe your eyes, that 10 million flyer flies. Let's finish searching. I feel like somebody's watching me. There's no way somebody cares about you that much. Just for a couple of minutes, okay? My apartment building looks like a bottomless cooking pot, but instead of soot, it has hundreds of concrete and metal boxes on its walls. There are lights on in the windows. There are muffled voices coming from the inside. The howling wind spirals up and splits into hundreds of independent streams. Seems like it wants to be heard by every person living here. It must feel so lonely living in endless silence. Your apartment building is pretty weird, isn't it? I could see the horizon from my window before, and the building grew for miles in both directions. I guess at some point it circled around and closed in on itself. Nothing unusual about that. How do you feel? I definitely feel. Sometimes that's more than enough. Oh. That's so cool. Still, you're anxious, aren't you? Of course. Moreover, I'm completely terrified. Was it that obvious? You're looking in every direction, but not up. Ah, this... I've already told you, haven't I? About what? You know, small stuff. Can small stuff make you terrified? Absolutely. It's hard to explain. I climb up the metal railing and let my legs hang down. I sneak short glances at the abyss from time to time. It replies with angry, cold breath. That's how we interact, like old friends. Sometimes I feel like the whole world pretends to be crazy. As if it's trying to make me believe in something that doesn't exist. That's weird, isn't it? Yes, but at the same time, it makes me feel a little bit happy. Everything around me was created for my sake. To deceive, trick, confuse me. If that's true, I guess I'm not so crazy myself after all. You believing in this is the definition of craziness. You're probably right. Another gust of wind blasts against the pot's walls, smashing the glass to dust and blowing away the concrete crust. I, on the other hand, feel a gentle breeze that only ruffles my hair. I'm cold. Let's go back inside. I return to my room. Thankfully, it hasn't changed one bit during the minutes I was outside. What's with this silly question? I'm going to sleep, of course, hoping that tomorrow will only come after a year or a decade. Close your eyes. Fireflies. See, when it gets to this, then I don't know. That matches closer to what I see. Are we going through all this again? Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Tommy, can you hear me? That's me when I wake up in the morning. Can you act normal? I wish I could. You think just 'cause my name's Normal Mar that I'm normal? You fool. And then he run into the street. Let me see what it says about the different endings, because we got a different scene, or we got an extra scene. Do. Each of these endings takes place as a dream sequence. The ending players get rely on the number of fireflies player is able to collect, as well as whether or not the player has earned the first death or second death of achievements. 6 flies in the room, but not all of them must be found before finish searching. Three. Okay. So sometimes you find some firefly and sometimes you don't. Let me see. Alright, so I got the default ending. Okay, let's see. Find 4 of the fireflies and activate the second death sequence. Three or 4 fireflies, but skip both of the death sequences and help main character without distractions. Now I'm kind of curious about these other endings. I'm curious. Bow, bow. I'll never drink milk again. Let's see. Is there a... No. Okay. That's all this is telling me, don't buy milk? Yeah. Wait, those are eyes! You see that? Those are eyes outside the window. What the hell? What the heck? Let me see. I'm trying to trigger or not trigger a scene. Why didn't I notice the girl before? The eyes before? That's... Or does it change? It looked like a Rorschach blob before. Go wash your face. Gotta rewind the tapes, man. You wanna talk about it? Do do. What do you want? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Need to get my thoughts in order. Alright. The Pokemon sounds? What do you mean? Okay, see, it changes. The background changes. Where's the phone? Radio, there's supposed to be a phone between the radio and the... Take the girl's phone found between the radio and the fan. What? The progression, it sounds like the old Pokemon sound effects. Okay. I think I kind of know what you're talking about. Did I grab the phone? Or what? Okay, that looks like it is that was the phone. Yeah, we got, all right. Finish searching. All right, let's see what we get. Apparently, guides on the internet call this character Milk-chan. There was a weird cartoon anime thing called Milk-chan, right? Yeah, it's new. Okay. Thank you for choosing our pizzeria. You know, this place is so empty, though I don't feel particularly good or bad because of it. I'm all alone, but at the same time it feels like I'm not. There's a lot of thoughts in my head. They always keep me entertained. I can create a whole world with them. I'm sure it'll be able to fill the void around me if I try hard enough. Although, no matter how much I think, my surroundings don't change. Yes, things happened in my head, but they never left its premises. And it's not like I tried to suppress them. Maybe they were afraid to come out. What kind of pizza would you like to order? Anyway, there's so much space in my head that could be put to good use. So every thought would make a senseless and merciless circle in my head, destined to go back to where it started. But there should be an end somewhere. You can't wander around forever. What do you think? I know it sounds scary, but it's not scarier than constantly existing among the void. Meat lovers, please. This place is safe and nothing bad will happen here. Nothing good will happen either, though. Oh, the medium place. Please note that we have a special offer right now. 3 pizzas for the price of 2! Oh, hell yeah. There's probably nothing good in having the same thoughts over and over. What's the point of having them anyway? I could have escaped from here, but I feel like my thoughts aren't helping me at all. They should be ashamed, probably. I tried to find it. It turned out to be a waste of time. No matter where I look, it's not looking good. Pun not intended. And that strips me of the last bit of hope for salvation. We also have a discount program for new customers. You can learn more about it on your account page. Don't you think that me being here is also a waste of time? What's the point in that? I can just keep on thinking, and even then my thoughts are as meaningless and empty as everything else. Does it mean that I'm not filling the void, but am a part of it? Then why should I feel anything? Why should I know that I exist? Although I'm not even sure about that. This place is always neither warm nor cold. It's neutral. But at the same time, if I think about warmth, I feel warm. Maybe this world corresponds to my thoughts. I wouldn't want to admit that I'm completely empty. I'm not the reason everything had disappeared, right? Can't I just adapt and get used to having nothing around me since I can't do anything about it? Are you ready to make your order? Yes, that's right. I shouldn't care. It's empty here, and it makes me feel neither good nor bad. I'm all alone, but at the same time, it feels like I'm not. There are a lot of thoughts in my head. They always keep me entertained. I could create a whole world with them. This place is safe and nothing bad will happen here. Nothing good will happen either, though. Me being here is a waste of time. I don't fill the void, I'm a part of it. This strips me of the last bit of hope for salvation. I shouldn't care. It's empty here and it makes me feel neither good nor bad. It's nobody's fault that I can't even see a door here. What's the point in having one? I feel like nobody is helping me. They should feel ashamed. I wouldn't want to admit it, but I'm all alone here. I can't do anything about it. Please note that we have a I don't care that this place is empty, you hear? I feel neither good nor bad. I'm all alone. My head is full of thoughts. They eclipse the world around me. This space is pretty cramped, but at least it's safe. Even though I'll never feel good here. Does that mean existing is a waste of time? I need to decide, and my thoughts will help me. They'll lead me to the exit, and I'll be able to feel proud of myself. I'll be able to save myself. At the same time, I don't really care anymore. This place is empty, but it makes me feel neither good nor bad. I'm alone, but my head is full of thoughts. A whole world, one might say. If I try hard enough, it'll be able to fill all the void around me. Still, no matter how much I keep thinking, my surroundings don't change. Yes, something happened outside of my head, but I feel like I can hear a train getting louder. What was it? There's not enough space for my thoughts. It's already filled with something else. Even if there's nothing around me, I'm still here. And my head is full of thoughts. If I try hard enough, so the world isn't empty after all. I can't see anything. Session timeout, please. Oh. The existential crisis ending. Oh, man. So all of that, she was like on the chat app for pizza or calling somebody, and then the same thoughts just running through her head in the background. I kind of love that. Man, so I'd actually want to get more of these endings, but I don't think I have time to do that today, so... Oh, let's see. I might have time on Friday afternoon, so we'll play it by ear, but I will definitely stream the other 3 endings at some point, so... Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you for coming on this mental health journey with me, this exploration of the self. And I will see you later. Have a good rest of your Thursday, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.